We'll look at where AI really breaks in enterprises and specifically into with the lens of the SAP run enterprises and why it's, invisible until it's too late. Because that's the part which is very interesting. And let's start with that failure pattern, because what we see that it's strikingly consistent across industries, industry domains, basically. We work with manufacturing companies, we work with energy distribution companies, we work with logistics companies, and the AI, all of their AI adoption story plays out the same way almost every single time. A business unit champions an AI use case and leadership approves it. A platform gets selected, a vendor gets selected, and he comes in and they show a POC with curated data, and everybody is happy. But the problem is the moment this particular pilot goes into production, it is hitting the SAP raw tables, right? Which is having the raw transactional data that has been there. And this, like Aditya mentioned, it's not clean. It's not cleaned up because there was no mandate to clean it up. There was no architectural decision to clean it up. So you might be hitting a data from a planned merger 5 years ago where nobody reconciled the material master, or you might be hitting the records where the cost center structure might have changed twice. And suddenly what you see is that the AI model, which was perfect in the pilot, is now producing outputs that no one in the business is trusting.
Yeah, totally agree to what Shyam just told. So this is something which is an invisible part. So because the failure does not announce itself loudly, the AI tools or AI application does not crash. So it always keep on producing the output. But the thing is, the output can be wrong or inconsistent, and sometimes even the business users just can't tell whether this data is right or not. So what happens is that once they stop, lose their trust on these AI tools, they will again go back to their spreadsheets, and all these AI initiative quietly dies. And after 3 months, 3 months later, someone will say that, oh, this AI project did not work. So in the SAP environment, especially, you have layers of complexity that most AI implementation does not account for. So like you have data that span multiple ERP generations. You have customizations, Z tables, custom fields that that even do not map cleanly to any standard schema. And you have business rules baked into the system that nobody documented, because the person who built it would have been retired long back in 2018.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. And if I build on what you guys have described, the engineering reality is also is something where most data pipelines that is feeding AI today are originally like designed for reporting and inference. It's not for decision intelligence for AI. For example, if we consider a weekly operations dashboard, like that says an inventory of 98% accuracy, nobody maybe notices a 2% miss. But if an AI-powered engine consumes that same data, that 2% gap that you see in the report can translate into like stockouts or excess inventory, or maybe an incorrect recommendation from the AI side.
Yeah.
So we've seen these kind of issues maybe across manufacturing, logistics, or other energy organizations. The AI model itself is not failing. The underlying data may have issues like duplicate master records or inconsistent hierarchies, maybe some delayed integrations of data, or some undocumented business rules. So these issues were not visible then, but then the AI model came in and simply amplified those issues. So one of my favorite phrases is that AI acts like a data quality microscope. So problems that stayed hidden for years in the reporting environments became immediately visible once the AI model starts consuming this data. So that's why I think like data engineering is like a very critical success factor when moving a pilot to production. So the tolerance for dirty data when you invest in AI is kind of which is manageable early. It's kind of essentially zero when you want reliable outputs.
Yeah, And Aditya, you hit the point where, see, if you are doing data engineering for BI, a certain level of approximation exists, right? And the chart might look right enough, but when it's fed, the same data is fed into an AI model, it kind of amplifies the inconsistencies in the data and use it in ways you cannot really predict, and which was rightly pointed out by Aditya.